The idea about the session for today is to, because we were taking a look about the work of all the people in the degree, and we can detect that this is not so easy to the people analyze and take the information, because I say every time to become a simple developer is so easy. Maybe it's not easy to make big developments, you know, not simple or complex, okay. But most important to us is my work in my company. We work in Zoho, with Zoho tools, is analyze the business and make this part of the work. Listen to the people, try to understand the people, try to make the model, try to analyze the business model of the people, and make this kind of work every day. The developers team, Pau is the chief of developers, we usually try to make this kind of work and give them the ERD or the cases map or the all this kind of you know, mind maps or all this kind of process maps. So we have the tech that the most difficult to the people in this degree is not how to use Zoho Creator. The most difficult is to understand the idea, their own ideas, you know. Maybe not the Nochebuena para el Chaco. Their own companies try to make the model. So we thought, okay, let's go to try to change, think in another way. Let's go to try to explain in another way. So the idea to this special session for you is try to make the same with another words, changing the point of view. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to open this file. Okay, after, which is the idea about the mind maps. When we try to, okay, I'm going to open one new Excel file, and I'm going to try to explain how to do it in different way. Okay, so when we are talking about any kind of process, we say, okay, let's go to define which are the entities, which are the main objects in the application. So sometimes we work like we do and we detect the mistakes, and we do again and we change and we detect mistakes and we change again, we detect mistakes. So sometimes it's not easy start working in white paper. If you want to work in this way, you have to have maybe experience in thinking ideas. Usually the people know their own business, they know the products, they know the process, but work with ideas is not easy to them. So let's go to try to make it in another way. Let's go to do it in Excel file. So if we try to make the model in Excel file, how can we do the same idea, the same model in Excel file? I'm going to try to put, okay, to locate the two windows in this at the same time. Okay, perfect. So when we are making, for example, this project, no, this, okay, this, okay, perfect. When we are making this, we have to try to think which kind of modules or Excel tables has our project. For example, if we are thinking that in Nochebuena para el Chaco, we listen the customer, and we detect that he is talking us about the Chaco families, the families that live in the Chaco. We start thinking, okay, so which kind of information do we need about the Chaco families? We say, okay, maybe we can make one tag in the Excel file about Chaco families. Okay, and we are going to start thinking in which kind of fields do we need. We need the family name, we need the, I don't know, maybe the father name, this kind. So each green box in the mind map means one different field, one different column in our Excel file, no? So the mother name, the So the comments, I'm going to paint in green color. Okay. Each tag that we define in our Excel file, it means that is one entity in our solution. So finally, it's going to become in one form in our Zoho Creator. So because we are analyzing the business, now it's Zoho Creator, but could be access from Microsoft Office, or could be, I don't know, PHP or other languages, but they analyze. How we analyze the business is the same work that we have to do. It doesn't depend of the language. You know? So okay, so after we have defined this kind of object, this kind of entity, later we can think, okay, let's go to make the next one. For example, SMS. Okay, each orange field is one tag. Now we are going to make the second. So sometimes to the new users, it's simpler to make the application thinking only in Excel file, not try to make any kind of draw, any kind of mind map. Okay, so now to us it's simple because we have this kind of mind map, but we can think that, for example, imagine that we don't have the mind map. What are we going to do if we need to make records to save all the information about the SMS that we send? Which kind of information? What do you think? Maybe we need the who, for example, who is sending, the coordinator name, no?
Yes.
The text, I don't know, maybe the number, I don't know, maybe the date, hour, maybe the process. So all these kind of columns is the field that later we are going to make in Zoho Creator. Okay?
Yes.
So, okay, if we think now message, process, date, to, okay, I'm going to block this, no that. Perfect. So, okay, open this and this. Later, we can think the last one. I'm going to make 3, no more. Okay. About the email history. No, email history is very similar to SMS. Okay. So let's go to make, for example, Buenos Aires family. Buenos Aires family, to make another, to have enough. Okay, Buenos Aires family. What do we need about Buenos Aires family? We need, okay, maybe we need the name of the family. We need the phone number of the family. We need the street of the family. We need the quantity of people living in the family. Maybe we need the mother name. We need the father name. This kind of information, okay? So each time that we define one column, what we are really doing is defining the kind of field that we are going to use in Zoho Creator, okay? Okay, after that, what can we do? We can think, okay, so we are studying Zoho Creator, we can start defining which kind of fields are we going to, which type of fields. So the name of family, which is the kind, you know, is the type number, is the type decimal, is the type subform, is the type name family, which is the type?
Text.
Okay, and in Zoho this is single line, really?
Yes.
Okay, phone? Number. Street?
Single line.
Single line. Quantity?
Number.
Model could be single line. Okay, this kind of, okay?
Yes.
So we can say, okay, if we want to say email, which is the type? Email, for example, okay? this kind of information, okay? So we have to define at the same time. So this is the reason, because it's so easy to start making applications in Creator if you usually work in Excel, because if you have data in this part, it's so easy to try to define,
No problem.
to try to define which is the way, okay, that they are going to try to define which are the type of the fields, okay. So if we try to work in this way, okay, let's go. You can imagine that each orange field that we have, each orange field is one tag in the spreadsheet, okay? And the green tags, sorry, the green box is the different columns. Okay, what happens, for example, in this example, in thumb and sub-thumb? Which kind of field is thumb?
It would be subform. I mean,
Subform?
no,
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you think?
when I did the design, I created two different forms. One about zones and one about subzones.
Mm-hmm.
Is it wrong?
Well, I think that in this case, for example, in my opinion, thumb could be one drop down, because you have defined the value before, and you have, the difference. If you have to use subform or drop down, or look up, maybe this is the three that you have to think, okay? Maybe you say, Jose, I have sometimes I don't know if I have to use lookup, subform, or drop down. Usually it should be.
Okay.
No?
Yeah.
So in which moment do you have to use drop down? In this, when you have defining exact the values, and the values are not going to change, are not going to increase the quantity. You say, okay, in the thumb, for example, maybe you could make something like this. Let's go to make one example. I am using Zoho Docs. You can make the same in Excel or in Google Docs, okay? You can use, for example, this kind of way to define, okay, north, south,
okay,
east, west, and center, okay? Central.
Yes.
Okay, so what are we doing? We are making this, really? You can define. So this is drop down, because there is only 5 possibilities, no more.
Okay. Well, my mistake was that I thought there will be much more zones and subzones, but it's wrong, because well, we already know. So yeah, okay, I understood why.
So this is, maybe we can say, limited quantity of options. Really?
Okay.
Maybe we can think in this way. Okay. What is lookup? Look for, really, is lookup. Imagine that, for example, in family name, if we make the process, let's go to make another one, the process, it should be, remember the process, what means process? Process is the year this Buenos Aires family has relation with this Chaco family, really? The box that we are going to send is this box. The coordinator is this man or this woman. This is the process, really? So we can make this, for example, it's easy to understand that the year, maybe we can say that, oh, Jose, maybe this is number Okay, this is number type. Really? But Buenos Aires family, you have one tag. The name is Buenos Aires family. So this is not new data. This is not new entity or new field. Really, this is lookup, because we are going to have one menu that has all the families that you have written before in this table. It's okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So this is lookup. This is lookup because the same reason. The box, do we have any entity that the name is box and has the information about the box?
Well, there's another.
No, let's go to see, Okay, I am in the mind map and we have one entity that is box.
Okay.
And this entity has the date that it was delivered, has the number, the unique number to identify this box, has the name, maybe has the weight, has the size, this is information about this exact box. So box is entity, it's object. Okay?
Okay.
So a box is going to be lookup to and coordinator is lookup to.
Yes.
Okay. So when you are going to prepare this table in Zoho Creator, this is, and the number is going to be an automatic because the number is the year. So maybe the year is going to be an automatic, and the rest is going to be, maybe something like this. Let's going to make something like one simple draw about how it's going to work. You define, you have this, later you have this, later you have this, and later you have this, really. And the year is going to be in automatic, So it has to be, this is number, it's going to be written in automatic, and later you have to have this kind of drop down. It's not drop down, it's lookup. So how to have the relation between all the tables with lookup, okay? And the last one that we were talking about, the subform. When do we have, in which moment do we have to use subform? We have to use subform in, sorry, I don't remember when I was waiting. Okay, we have, say, drop down, like with the S, the three kinds, okay? Lookup and subform. The subform is when you have to, I define some, maybe this most simple example is one invoice. One invoice has, in the top of the invoice, has the data of the customer, the name of the invoice, the number of the invoice, this kind of shipment, address. Okay, this is the main record, from the invoice, but the invoice has non-limit rows. You can have 3 products, different products, or 300 products. So this kind of rows inside the inbox is one subform. The difference between, if, for example, if we use subform in this kind, in Chaco family, it means that when you choose one Buenos Aires family, you could add a lot of Chaco's family. Maybe in your idea this is okay, in your model, perfect. So do it. If not, if it's one-to-one, it has to be lookup. Okay. So when do you have to use subform? When you have, we say X amount of, you have any amount of rows that has a relation with the main record, okay? Okay, so in this model, in this idea, in this idea, after we have done this kind of another way of starting, working with the Excel file, which is the next step. You know, the next step is try to define this kind of basic ERD. You know, in where each tag that has our Excel file, we are going to have one box, because this is the entity. In one entity relationship diagram, the entity is the box, the relationship is the line. So simple. So you have to define, you have to draw one box for each entity and try to define, you know, so which is the lookup? The lookup is this blue line. So if we have defined it that there is one lookup between emails and coordinator, we have to define the blue line, okay? Which is the relation? We have put it in English and in Spanish. How to read this? We have to say we have to be active, non-passive. What means active? The natural phrase has to start by the fifth box. So we say the emails, or one email, sorry, because it's one record. It's in singular, never in plural. Singular. One email is sent by 0 or 1 coordinator. Do you remember? Do you have clear these symbols? 0, 1, 1, 1.
I studied the meaning, the symbol meanings, but one thing I don't understand very well is why there are two different. Every line has two different symbols. So one, I mean, I don't understand why there are two symbols in one line.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I explain you. Because the relation between emails and coordinator, yes. Really, there are two relations, not only one. There are two. So if we want to explain, maybe how to say, let's go to make this. Okay, I'm going to make, this. Okay, and fifth relation is email is sent by coordinator, and the second is coordinator. The email is sent by 0 or 1. Why 0 or 1? Because it's 0 and 1. This is the 0 and this is the 1. You know?
Yes. And
the second relation is coordinator, and you have to use the opposite of the symbol. So not this close, the far symbol. Okay. So the coordinator sends 0 or more emails. So it sends 0 or more emails.
Okay, it's clear. I mean, you have to see the opposite. On the opposite side of the line okay, yes, okay.
Okay, imagine, for example, now let's go to same you. Which are the two relations? Why there is two relations? Because if you think about it, you are going to say, Jose, one email is sent by 0 or 1 coordinator. What does it mean? That your machine, your Zoho machine, can send emails in automatic, or the email. So the emails. What does it mean? That one email can be sent by 0. How is this possible? Is God going to send the email? No, it's the machine in automatic. So it's not clear that in all the situations the email is going to be sent by one coordinator. It is possible to send in automatic, This is why when we analyze, we say 0 or 1. Okay? If you want for example, in your solution, you say, no, Jose, the emails are going to be never sent in automatic. They are going to be sent by one person. We have to say one.
Okay.
And one. Only one.
Okay.
And one and only one is this kind of symbol with two lines. Is one and only one. Do you understand?
Yes.
Perfect. So yeah, okay. So for example, send me you which are the relations between Buenos Aires family and invitation. The invitation is what the machine does, sending one email to invite or sending one letter, paper letter to invite the Buenos Aires family. Which are the relations? If I want to write, what do I have to write?
So invitation is sent to one and only one BA family.
Okay.
And
the second?
BA family receive 0 any invitation.
And what does it mean? How is possible that one family receives 0 or more? If you have to explain me in natural language, because I'm not a developer, really I am not a developer, I'm industrial engineer. So how do you explain to me this? In natural language, okay? No thinking, Zoho, no thinking. What does it mean?
It means that you can only send one invitation to a family, to a single family. But 0 or more invitation. BA family can receive or cannot receive invitation. So, but no, I don't understand why 0 or many.
Okay, don't worry. Let's go to define this and let's go to make another. Okay, don't worry. Okay, what does it mean? When I say you, because I am the analyst of this project, for example, imagine that I am the analyst. Okay, you tell me the history, and I say you, okay, you are explaining me that the invitations, so one invitation, one paper invitation, this paper that I have in my hand is going to be to only one family. Really? It's not going to be to the building where are living 100 families. Really? And you say, really? This invitation is only to one specific family, the Jose Perez family. Okay, so this invitation is going to be to one and only one family. Okay, but if I think in families, the family, when I type the data, I write the data in the database, I say, okay, I'm going to make, I'm going to charge, you know, I'm going to write the number of the name of the family. For example, your family. Do I have I sent to any invitation today? Not still, really, because now today I have put your your name in the database. So today you have not invitations still, because today is the 5th of January. Really? So I have not sent still nothing to you. Really?
Okay.
This is why I can say one Buenos Aires family receives 0 invitations. Maybe I have the data in my database, but I have not still sent nothing. Okay? And why do your family can have lot of invitations? Because I send different invitations each year. So when I try to make one report next week, I want to know how many invitations have I sent to your family. and I will see, okay, this invitation this day, this invitation this other day, this invitation this year, another. So maybe it's 0 or maybe it's a lot. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Let's go to make another. Okay. For example, the most difficult is this. So let's go to do it.
Okay.
The process. Okay? Let's go to start, for example, in process. Let's go to start process with SMS.
Okay. So
yeah.
Is send one SMS, 0 or many SMS.
Process, and the opposite of is here, okay?
Yes.
So the process, what?
Send. No.
Send. Yeah, send. Yeah. Send.
0 or many SMS.
Yeah. Why? Because maybe the process has started and you have not sent nothing still.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's the same reason that before for invitation.
Yeah, it's the same. Yes.
And the opposite, an SMS.
Is
sent by one and only one process.
Yeah, because it's impossible that one specific SMS that you pay 6 cents to the phone company is not possible to be sent by different process at the same time, you know? It's impossible. So, okay, the next relation, for example, the process and box. What do you think?
So a process has 0 or 1 box.
Yeah, and why?
Well, it's because the box can be already be sent or not.
Yeah. No, because think in process, not in box.
Okay, because well, the process has already sent a box.
Yeah, but why 0? In which situation one process has not box?
Maybe it's because it's in the database, but maybe this year doesn't have a box or is not already assigned.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the family say, hey, I am going to be part of the project. Okay, so I am going to create the process. Which is your name? My name is Philip. Okay, perfect, Philip. Now you have your own process. When are you going to give me the box? I don't know, call me tomorrow, next week. Okay, when you take the box, I will define that this process has 1 box. But during the time, maybe the process has not box defined, you know?
Yes.
The idea, why you have to make this effort in your brain? Because the idea, you're going to understand so simple. The idea is if this field, if this lookup is mandatory, you know mandatory or not?
Yes, okay.
You know, if I say that is 1 and 1, it means that this field can't be empty.
Okay.
If you say 0 or 1, maybe that this field can be empty because we have not defined which kind of box or which number of box. Okay, so this is why it's so important. If it is 0 or 1, 1 or 1 and only 1, or 0 or a lot or many, you know, is to know if it is one kind of subform or one kind of lookup, mandatory, or one kind of drop down. Okay, so the box, sorry, we were making this, really? The second option.
Well, the opposite is only one box can be assigned to a box belongs to one and only one process.
Perfect. One box, when anyone takes you the box and say, okay, this is my box, okay. And I say, the box, okay, your box is the number, blah, 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 blah. At this moment, you create the box in the database because it's real that these people have taken the box, and you say the box belongs to only one process.
Okay.
One box, physical box, can't belong to more than one process. Really? It's not possible.
Okay.
Okay, the next one. Let's go to make, for example, process and BA family.
Okay, so a process has 0 or 1 Buenos Aires family.
Yeah. Why 0?
0 because maybe the family is not already assigned. So
Any family?
Is waiting for a family.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Definition.
Yes. One process. Remember, in the idea of the Excel file, one process is one line in this. Really. So maybe you say, Jose, I have the year, but I have not the business family, but I have the Chaco family. I have not box, but the coordinator is Juan Lopez. So you have not all the information. So you have the process, you know that usually in the database there is something like the ID, remember, is the number of the database, really. So the ID could be the one, and this is the process, the ID one, but there is there is not VA family. So this is one process can have 0 VA families or 1, but no more. Okay?
Okay.
Perfect. So a process has 0 or 1 VA family. If your customers say, no, it is possible to have lot of VA families helping the same people, you would say, okay, I'm going to make, Federico, I'm going to make one subform, or I'm going to make one lookup with multi-select, selecting lot of people. So, but the idea is, in this model, one process has only 0 or 1 business, Buenos Aires family. Okay. And the second relation?
So Buenos Aires family applies in 0 or many process.
Yeah.
I think it's for the same reason we explained before. So maybe you have created the family where you didn't assign the process, or even maybe if you have a multi-year database, maybe every year you can. Okay.
Yeah, maybe one family say, hey, I want to help more. Please let me make 5 process, because I want to help 5 families. So one BA family can have a lot of process, or maybe there are process from the other years in before, in the past.
Okay.
Okay. So. Yes. I think that you have the complete knowledge about really now. Okay, now you understand really how to use the symbols, that you have to use the opposite of. You have to try to define in your natural language, in Italian or in English, so simple, and say don't try to think as developer. In this moment, we are not developer, we are analysts. Okay. So we have to use normal verbs. Later, if you make this kind of work, you can send this kind of maps to any developer that he's going to understand you perfectly.
Okay.
Okay. So which is the last one in the ERD? The last one is the same that we have done before. Each box in before is this box. It's the same quantity. Which is the difference? That we are thinking in Zoho Creator. So the box that we have defined as email history, for example this, how many relation this kind of entity? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So it's 1, 2, 3 are the same. Okay.
Okay.
You can see that we put it, you know, we locate it in the lookup to define that this is the lookup that goes to the coordinator. Okay.
Okay.
These 3 columns, remember that this kind of object is the entity relation, okay? We use these 3. So this is the way that some people work, our team works, you know, but this is our method, you know. The most important is that you find your own way of working. So why we like to use these 3 columns? Because we say, okay, it's so simple. The middle column is the normal level, the natural level, the way to, you know, how we understand. Perfect.
Yeah, I think I know, because well, the left one is the large name need to programming, and the right one is the kind of field you need to select.
Yeah, so what are we doing? We are working with this Excel file, and this is the green column really, and this is the type that we have done in the Excel file. So if you give this kind of ERD to one developer, he's going to say, oh my God, thank you. To make this is so simple in Zoho Creator. You know?
It's clear.
Simple. Simple. Yes. Okay? So I'm happy that you understand it perfectly. So what is most difficult is to try to get all the information for the customer and dedicate that. So don't worry if any simple program needs from you 20, 30, 40, 50 hours. Don't worry, because 1 hour dedicated to analyze the business is 10 hours later that you are not going to waste in development.
Okay.
Because for example, I was thinking, if you think, maybe you say, Jose, to me it's so simple, to me it's very important when I think in the, I don't know, in the Chaco family, could be very, very important, I don't know, to write the age of the people, because this kind of information, okay, don't worry, make questions and questions and questions and questions, and later try to make one document. Don't worry, this is the most difficult, because later to go get this information and put it inside Zoho Creator is mechanical, you know?
Yes.
Okay, one table is one table, one box, one field. So what do you have to know? The kind of, the type of fields, all the parameters, how to use, some tips and tricks, have experience, you know? But the most important is make good analyze. What happened to me when I talk with a lot of people that is working in Zoho Creator? They don't analyze, Federico, they don't analyze. Okay. They start, oh, this is so simple. They start using Zoho Creator, but later they show me what they have done, and I say, hey, but this information, you are mixing different tables, you are using lookups that has not sense, you don't understand what is drop down, what is lookup. They have no training, you know, in analyze, okay?
Okay.
Okay, do you want to make any question? Which is the next one? It is empty still. Next week, we are going to, doing 2 sessions, you are going to work in very most important, it's about reports, about how to get information with the data, you know? So the next one in this document is going to be how, you know, this kind of mock-ups, how to define, okay, I need one pie graphic, bars graphic, this kind of, and how to prepare all this,
So
okay?
I have a question. I waited for this lesson in order to make the questionnaire we have to complete today until today. The questionnaire. Yeah. Okay. Which kind of questions are in the questionnaire? So is something like we talked about today?
This is this
no.
kind of, no?
Okay.
Is this
okay.
kind of, the question today was to be sure that you, all of you, understand this kind of relation. So we have given you this link, this exact link, I think, if I don't remember, if I am not in mistake, and you have to be sure if it is true or not, the sentences, the phrases that we have done. Imagine that I say to you, one process can have only one email. You have to say, no, this is false, because I can see that it's 0 or a lot. This is only to you can, you can agree about you understand. Okay. The last one I have forgotten, one that I think, I don't know if you know, is this. Please, 1 second. One example, I think that, okay, this, I don't know if I have explained you this. The 3, what means, imagine that you say, Jose, the customer says to me that one taco family has 3 or many members. You have to use, okay, to make this, Federico, you have to use this that has not 0, has not 1, okay? And you make double click and you make the number, you put the number, okay?
Okay.
So this detail that maybe I have not explained. Okay. Okay, so thank you. See you next time, okay? Okay, bye-bye.